And it's from that moment on that my life changed completely. Suddenly I had a drive that would wake me up early in the morning to do things that I never thought was possible. What up, everybody? My name is Rodriguez and I am your identity coach, here to empower you to become the best version of yourself. Welcome to the 7th edition of what? Mindset Monday! Hey, let's go! Hey! All right, so story time. Look, how did I start doing this? How did I start actually making videos and things like that? What was it that made me start? What was it that actually activated this passion in me? And I'm passionate about it. Today, guys, let's talk about passion. Let's talk about how do you find your passion, right? Most of the times, there's many ways to do that. The way that it happened in my life was this. I was teaching, and in my mind, I don't know how, I don't know why. In my mind, I was thinking, all the kids, you know, if you're a kid, your life is easy. Your life is chill, relaxed, no pressure. Just go to school, have fun with your friends and things like that, and then go to, yeah, that's it. When you grow up and you become older, then responsibilities come, and with these responsibilities, headaches come. Pains come, you know, trials and tribulations come. So I was thinking in my mind, kids, they have the greatest time in their life. They have no problem at all. Until I started to teach. I started to teach in front of the classes, and then I would understand what kids nowadays would go through. How they would be in peer pressure groups, finding themselves doing things that they don't want to do, but hey, they don't want to be left out, right? You would find kids that are in the middle of parents divorcing each other, right? Which is not a problem until, or a great problem, until these parents play these kids against each other. So the mom would play the kid against the dad and the other way, right? And it was like, wow. And then you find out that these kids are bullied, and then I'm like, what? And then I realized that you're young doesn't mean that you don't go through. That you're young, that you're 11, 12, 13, 14, it doesn't mean that you don't go through in life. Yes, life starts happening early, and kids can be so mean. My goodness, I mean grown-ups too, but we do it subtle, right? But kids, whoo. So when I realized that, I was like, wow, they don't have it that good. They have something, they need something, they need some encouragement, they need some push, they need something, right? And it brought me back to my infancy. It brought me back to the time that I was in school. And then I realized, hey, I did get bullied too. They did call me big lips. They did call me all these things, and I realized, how come did I block these things? Yes, I blocked those things. In my mind, my childhood was great. My childhood was, you know, all playing, and I would only remember the things that were good, which is great, right? I would only remember going and biking with my friends. I would only remember being on the playground, and then this is not even high school. This is like elementary, I believe. Yeah, and we would be racing each other. I would remember those things, but I would forget that time that the guy, this young kid bit me and made my arm bleed. I would forget the time that this other guy just walked up to me and hit me in my face, and I was like, yo, what did I do? And I would forget the time that they would actually, you know how it is with sports, right? You have to be picked, and people don't even want to pick you. And I'm like, Oh yeah, my life wasn't that easy either. My childhood wasn't that easy either. It was kind of rough. But I had parents that loved me. I had people that I can go to and find my strength. I could go to church and find my strength. And then I realized, yeah, most of these kids don't have these things. Most of these kids, they have parents that are occupied and busy with themselves. Most of these kids, many of these kids, and that's not to say most, many of these kids have times that they find themselves all alone, day in, day out, asking and begging to have a friend, but they don't have a friend. And then I realized, hey, if I can just at least speak a word of encouragement in their lives, then maybe, just maybe, it would help. And I started to do this at work. I would actually, early in the morning or at the beginning of every class, I would give even though we have a class of 45 minutes, I would use 5 of those minutes to encourage these kids. You know, I would tell them stories. I would tell them the story of the lion and the elephant. I would tell them the story of the Facing the Giants, this movie that I saw. I would tell them these stories. I would tell them the stories the things that I went through when I went to study in the Netherlands and how that impacted my life. I would tell them these things, and then I would see their eyes brighten up. I would see them come to me, the kids that were so silent, the silent ones in the class, right? The ones that you don't know anything that's happening in their lives. They have good grades, but it's like they're not there, right? They would come to me after class, hey, what you said, wow, thank you. That really impacted me. And then I realized, wow, this is it. This is it. If I can just brighten somebody's life, if I can just help you smile, if I can just put a smile upon your face, if I can just encourage you, not only motivate you. Motivation is a emotional thing. You can wake up and you're motivated to do something, and then when the motivation is gone, that's it. But if I can inspire you, that means that lasts a little bit longer. If I can encourage you, if I can build you up with who I am and my story and what I've gone through, how much greater would that not be? And that's how I found my passion. So one of the ways to find your passion is find out that problem that only you see. Find out that problem that only you recognize in the world. Because most of the times in life, we see trouble. We see things that don't go the way that they should go. We have in our minds that, is that supposed to be like that? I don't think so, right? And you talk to somebody else and they say, nah, it's okay. They don't see it, but you see it. The reason that you see it is because you are supposed to do something about it. Even if it is to find somebody to fix it. Even if it is that you encourage somebody else to help you fix it. Sometimes you are the one that see these problems, see these situations as they are, and your eyes are open, but somebody else, on somebody else's eye, they're like, nah, it's okay. Nothing wrong with that, right? And most of the times what we do is, oh, you think there's nothing wrong? So maybe I'm making too big a fuss out of this. And then you back up and you say, it's okay. No, open your eyes and realize that when you recognize something that's going on and you feel like it shouldn't be that way, maybe it's something that you are supposed to do something about. And maybe in doing so, you will find your passion. Right now, it's like, okay, what do I talk about tonight? Let me just be frank. Let me just be me. Let me just be who I am. Why do I do this? I do this, just like I said, to encourage, to empower. Yes, also to motivate, just to teach from time to time. But I want you to have something that you can hold on to. That maybe nobody knows what you're going through right now. Maybe nobody knows the trouble that you've seen. Maybe nobody knows the many nights that you have cried. But you gotta know this, that you're still here because there's a purpose for your life. And I want you to find your passion, because that passion is going to drive you. The passion for life, for living, is going to drive you. When you feel like giving up, you can look back at your passion. You can look back at what people call their purpose. You can look back and say, oh man, you know what? Yes, I feel like giving up. But this time, this moment, my feelings are fooling me. There's no giving up in me. There's no quitting in me. Quit, I don't know what it is. I keep pushing. I keep pressing. I keep moving forward. I keep going no matter what. Because people might not know what I'm going through, but I'm still here. And the reason that I'm still here is because I still have so much more to do, and so much more to accomplish, and so much more to experience, and so much more to see. I'm supposed to see the beauty of life, because life is beautiful. So I want to encourage you, if you want to find your passion, when we're talking about the Mindset Monday, you want to find your passion. Find out what is it that you see that nobody else sees. Maybe it is trouble. Maybe it is some problem going on in your life or somebody else's life. Maybe you see something happening at the schools. Maybe you see something happening at your job. Maybe it is something that happens in the community. And maybe you have to step up and say, wait, if nobody does anything about this, I will. Because if I don't do it, I don't know who will. And then maybe in that thing, you will find that passion. Maybe in that moment, you'll find the reason how it is imperative to keep on living this life and live it to the best ability that you have. So if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think about this video. If this has helped you, put it down below and share it. Share it, because sharing is caring. So this is it, Mindset Monday. Put your mind to it and go after what you want. Let's go. Hey.